Jagadeshwaran. So today we are going to see about my topic, which is the impact of cash transfer using the computable general equilibrium model. So as far as the topic is concerned, developing and developed countries are focused on providing the policies like conditional cash transfers, food subsidies, and those kind of subsidies to the households and farmers, those who are living under the poverty line. So the purpose of those schemes is to increase the livelihood status of the people who are living under the poverty line, as well as to support them during any kind of pandemics or those situations. So why we need to study the impact? Because whether the policies are benefiting the households, or whether what is a consumption pattern, whether there is change in the consumption pattern, or whether there is an increase in the income of the households. So we need to analyze this, or we need to analyze this impacts. With that, we can come up with other policies which will be useful. So as far as India is concerned, agriculture plays a major role, because it contributes a lot to the GDP. As well as India is concerned, about 57.8% of the rural households still depend on agriculture, and around 146 million rural households still have land holdings, and among them around 86% of the farmers have small and marginal holdings, which is less than 2 hectares. So they have the limited land resources. With the global food demand, with the increase in the food demand, there is a need to increase the productivity of the farmers. But with the limited land area, they couldn't afford to increase the productivity without adopting new technologies, high yielding varieties. So they need huge capital investment to buy new high yielding varieties, or to adopt new machineries, or to buy the tools and machineries. So with this, the government of India came up with a very good policy called PM Kisan, which was implemented during the year 2018. So it provides a cash of rupees 6,000 per year to the small and marginal farmers. So it is provided in 3 installments, so that those 2,000 rupees can be used to buy inputs, as well as they can use those money to provide wage to the laborers. So this is a very important scheme which came up during the 2018. So we have made a study on this to analyze the impact of this cash transfer using the computable general equilibrium model. So as far as the scheme is concerned, each and every state in India, as the farmers who have registered under this scheme is very high. You can see through the graph, the total number of beneficiaries is increasing over a period of time. So we have came up with analyzing this. So for this, we have used the computable general equilibrium framework, which was developed by IFRI. For that, we have used the social accounting matrix data. That too, we have used the IFRI database, and we have used the 2017 database, because the scheme has came after 2018. So 2017 database would be more useful to analyze the impact. What is the impact by providing the income or supplementing the income of the farmers. So with this, we have taken 112 sectors, which includes agriculture, processing, manufacturing, service, mining, construction, etc. So with this, the CG model is framework has been developed. So this is our framework. So here the production or the producer activity, which is the production, so from which the final commodities are produced and supplied to the households, as well as exported. So for this production, there is a need of factors. So the factors are land, labor, and capital. So these are provided by the households, who receives the wages and rent for use of those factors, as well as the households receive income through the factors which they sell, or which they use it for a production of for the production of a commodity, as well as they also receive some incentives from the government. So our framework is concerned about the government transfers to the household. What is the impact of those transfers to the household? Whether there is a change in the consumption pattern, whether the livelihood status has increased or not. So with that, we have focused focused on this, and as well as government is concerned, the main expenditure for the government is providing some policies and etc etc, as well as the income for the government is through the taxes which they put on the households. So as well as the fourth main thing is the saving and investment function. As far as our CG model is concerned, we have used the saving driven function because of the neoclassical thing. So in India, the saving is very high, and based on the saving, the investment will be happening. So apart from that, the foreign direct investment and the foreign savings. So these four things has been considered in framing the CG framework, and around 8 scenarios has been built to check, sorry, 7 scenarios has been used to check how this impact is happening. So each scenarios we have changed the government saving. In some scenarios we have changed the savings into flexible and fixed ones, as well as the exchange rate is concerned. If there is a flexible exchange rate, we have fixed the foreign direct investment into fixed one. If the foreign direct investment is flexible, we have changed the exchange rate into a flexible one. So this model completely it is a complete general equilibrium model. So with this, we have analyzed the impact. So as far as the result is concerned, of course, we have classified the households into 9-fold. So the first 5 roles are based on the agriculture sector. Because the scheme is provided to the agriculture farmers, so there is a increase in the household income of those households, and afterwards the production of the commodities has also increased. The major commodities are maize, sorghum, rice, oilseed, and sugarcane. So you can see about 1.4% increase in maize, everything. So I have indicated only the 3 scenarios, because these 3 scenarios, which are the macroeconomic changes, what is happening, whether it is in a saving function, or whether the labors are fixed, whether the labors are unemployed. So based on this, these 3 scenarios has been explained here. So after that, there are two things we can observe from this. There is an increase in the consumption, and as well as there is an increase in the production. So this is concerned here. You can see the consumption has been increased among the households. The consumption towards agriculture, manufacturing, food, and consumption towards textile and clothing has increased. So the reason behind this increase in consumption is that if there is a delay in the release of a fund, the farmers use those funds for the consumption rather than using for the production purposes. So with this, I like to conclude that if there is a timely release of funds for the farmers, they are quite using it for the production purposes rather than going for consumption purposes. However, there is an increase in the income of the household sectors. So with this, I like to conclude my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was well in time. So